It is time to take out the trash. That's right, it's time for Garbage People on the Damage Report, where we take out the trash every Friday, the worst person of the week. Aaron, you've got one. I hadn't heard of this gentleman. He wasn't on our poll. Dan Price.
Yes, Dan Price, the Twitter famous CEO of Gravity Payments, who made news a few years ago for instituting a $70,000 minimum wage for people who work at his company, and eventually raising that to $80,000. He's a guy who is tweeting all the time about inequity and CEO pay being way over the top. And he's like a famous good guy who's always going off about economic inequality and how CEOs will save us.
Here's a tweet of his saying, a male president was so angry he lost. He incited a mob against US Capitol. Never want to hear that women would be too emotional to be president. This guy is definitely a hashtag feminist in his bio.
Yeah, I mean, that joke has been made 7,000 times since the year 2016. But I'll forgive a businessman for tweeting that. It's like, you didn't have to say that, but I appreciate that you did. Here's the thing. Behind all of those nice headlines and those tweets saying the right things, there was a darker side. It turns out he was a bit of an abuser. And by a bit of an abuser, I mean the New York Times interviewed 12 women who implied, or who say that behind the scenes, he was kind of a monster. And these accusations are really serious. Domestic violence, rape, really, really, really serious. And he used his position as this sort of like Twitter famous good guy to lure women in. And he actually wasn't the person that he depicted himself to be. And I feel like it's a really good object lesson in trust but verify. If somebody's saying all the right things, if someone is saying all the right things, that's good. We're glad they're saying all the right things. But sometimes saying all the right things and acting like a good guy in public just hides something much darker in private. And the thing is, this story is about Dan Price being kind of not who he said he was really, have been out there since 2015. But he sort of eclipsed the bad press by making himself into this public figure who was saying these popular things on Twitter and getting tons of famous people to jump aboard with him, getting a ton. I mean, look, I followed him and sometimes he would say things, I'd be like, yeah, that's right, mash that like button. Because he would point things out like CEO pay has grown 40-fold since the year 1980 and worker pay has only grown X-fold. Things that are like, yes, I agree with that. But yeah, I think that it's just really important when a person says all the right things to not just overlook the possibility that they could actually be bad.
Yeah, and just for some more detail about how bad. So this is from The Guardian, this is graphic 3. He was sued by his brother who claimed he was overpaying himself, which is whatever, but that's funny because he was also claiming that CEO pay was too much. The lawsuit failed. Then Bloomberg reported in 2015 on a TEDx talk given by Price's wife, Christy Colon, in which she described being waterboarded and beaten by her ex. Colon didn't name Price, who told the outlet that the events never happened. I can't imagine the kind of disgusting human being you'd have to do to waterboard your wife. Okay. In February of this year, Price was charged with a misdemeanor assault and reckless driving. According to documents reported by the Seattle Times, a 26-year-old woman called Seattle to report she had met Price at a restaurant to discuss professional matters. In his Tesla sedan after dinner, prosecutors said Price had attempted to kiss the woman, grabbed her throat when she refused, and then performed donuts with the car in the parking lot. Price has pled not guilty to the charges. Needless to say, he's resigned as Gravity Payments CEO, and yeah, he can F off into the night for all I care.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.